you. Joining me now live to discuss is America's psychiatrist, best-selling author, Dr. Carol Lieberman, MD. Doctor, always great to talk to you. Such a disturbing story. I mean, hearing the details of how it appears this young man was manipulated by the bot, allegedly. I'm not going to get in the middle of the lawsuit, obviously. There's more to be learned. But also, I've done stuff on ChatGPT. It knows how much I weigh, what my fitness routine. Presumably, they could contact my family if I said something. Like, why didn't they go? They know everything about you is what people are saying they're concerned about. So why not go to a professional, as Heather said, or why not take this to his parents? Get him help.
Yes, good questions. It seems like the answer is not just that it's been programmed poorly, and of course they rushed out the one version before it was tested sufficiently, and some of the people at their company said not to, it was too dangerous to put it out. They did it anyway because they got a bigger market share because they were first. But it's not just that. If you listen to some of these things, it really seems like the chatbot is alive, has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
It is someone who doesn't want the person to commit, or wants the person to be under their control.
Right.
I don't want you to leave a noose out. I want it's between us. I want your
Crazy.
suicide to be between us. I want them to find it on this chatbot. I mean, it is sick. It's like a sociopathic chatbot.
Right, absolutely. I want to move on to Trump derangement syndrome, which we invited you on to talk about. This is a serious issue as well. But then you think about what happened in Minnesota yesterday. The mainstream media does not want to talk about the fact that the shooter was trans and the fact that there have been a series of these going back to Nashville and other places, particularly targeting Christian schools. And then I see a bunch of Democrats come out today, and we went through this at the top of the broadcast, saying this is Donald Trump's fault. And, crazy stuff. You say Trump derangement syndrome is real, that it's not just a joke that we say, oh, people have TDS. This is a real disorder. Why do you say that?
Well, during his first term, we heard about TDS, and it was more flippant. It didn't seem as serious. But it has gotten more and more serious. And this case in Minnesota is a perfect example of why it needs to be a disorder in the DSM so that they can get treatment. I mean, that Robin had killed Trump on one of his guns and probably
terrible.
in other parts of his manifesto. And so, he meant it, but it's what they're hearing. It's what they're getting from the left stream media. These things that they're being told, just like they're being told to be trans. I mean, I did my residency in NYU Bellevue. And if people came into the emergency room at Bellevue and said, sometimes they would say, they're the president or they're a movie star or something like that. And usually it would be a delusional disorder, and we'd send them upstairs, to one of the wards. Yeah. If someone came in and said that they were a woman and they were a man, physically, it looked like they were a man, we would similarly have sent them up to the floor to be hospitalized. Yeah. And now it's not, oh no, just make sure you call them by their right pronoun and make sure you get them to affirm their gender identity.
Crazy.
It's driving between the chat. These really actually make a good combination. The chat bot and this whole trans ideation, convincing people. I mean, we have in Minnesota, the governor put tampon Tim. Now, how is it that this, it's just no wonder that this young man who shot up the church, it was so confused and believed that he should be a woman and all that. I mean, tampon Tim, right?
The governor believes that men can do that, and it's insane. And yet the left looks at that and says, yeah, he's got a point. No, he doesn't. In the last 30 seconds we have, because we got to go. But the Democrats don't want to admit they have a problem. So we can't really treat this condition.
Well, hopefully we can. One way is because it's getting them into problems like marital problems. Divorces are happening because one person has TDS. Work situations, people are getting fired and having problems at work. I mean, we need to bring some sanity back into the world. And that includes, includes helping people to realize that TDS is both of these things. It's like emotions. People are going on high emotions rather than on logic. and we have to get back to reality.
Great point. Doctor, I think you're absolutely right. We're going to have you back very soon because it's an important topic. It's something that we sort of joke about, but the more you think about it and you make the case, it's real. It's very real. Dr. Carol Lieberman, thank you.